Good evening and welcome to the Whisky Lovers Society with me, Gert Retief, and tonight I am looking at a Glendronach. Now, I've already said in a couple of videos that I haven't bought a Glendronach in quite some time. A little bit of a rebellion, a little bit of a screw you type of scenario, and I thought to myself, well, surely there must be some older bottles still available where Billy Walker has still had an influence, and the non-chill filtered, the natural color, the old Glendronach. And this morning I woke up, it's raining like crazy. It's colder every day. It's the 1st of September and winter is approaching. Well, I did a quick video on my winter warming whiskies, so if you're interested, I will put it in the end card. Some nice warming, warms the heart, warms the soul type of whiskies. And I think this whiskey could have made a list as well. The Glendronach port wood finish, perfect on the nose. Natural color, non-chill filtered, 46% ABV, ticking all the nice boxes. And of course, it is matured in port wood or port pipes. And of course, you can expect that lovely light sweetness. And quite looking forward to giving this a nose and a taste. So I was planning to make a video outside this afternoon, sit on the balcony, maybe soak up a couple of rays, but yeah, nature had other ideas. It's already getting a little bit too dark to film outside. So onto tonight's whiskey. It is lovely on the nose. Now I poured it out of a sample bottle. This is the bottle, and it is so strange how the two noses can differ. When I just give it a nose through the bottle, oh my word, there is a big, thick, dark honey note coming out. There's a little beeswax note coming out. And I thought to myself, if I'm going to pour it, it's going to be a big honey note. Well, I did pour it. I did pour it about 5-10 minutes ago. Not much of that beeswax, that dark honey note when you add it into a glass. On the color, it is natural color, non-chill filtered. So it's got a nice amber color, but not very dark. It is a no age statement whiskey. But when you get to the nose and you are met with this a warm hug, something like putting a warm jumper on, you get that light honey note, that dark fruit notes, and the biggest thing that I picked up is strawberry jam. But not this light artificial type of strawberry jam, that overripe strawberries, that dark red strawberries, homemade strawberry jam. You get that strawberry note, you get that jammy note, you get that sweetness of it, a little bit of a tartness in there, just a hint of it. And when you get past that lovely sweet note, you get into that woody notes. And it reminds me of a dark stained wood. There's a little bit of a chocolate note, but a hint of it. I get that dried fruit notes. I get prunes. I get figs. I get raisins, but also the dark raisins with a little bit of a chocolate cover. And then I get a little bit of a dusty note, a little bit of a sawdust note, and it is just lovely. Not a complex whiskey. Think that dried fruit components, that little bit of a trail mix, a little bit of a nutty note. Overall, for me on the nose, it's something that I enjoy. I like that sweetness in it. And it's not a sickening sweet like you would get in some of the Pedro Ximénez casks, especially the whiskies that has been matured in a very wet Pedro Ximénez cask. You get sometimes that sickening sweetness. This is not. This is quite subtle but sweet. So I do like the nose. No funky notes, no off-putting notes, and it's something that's going to warm up the body and the soul. So on the taste, cheers. Oh. Much sweeter on the taste, and at 46%, it does pack quite a punch. It's a sweetness. Then you get a little bit of a spiciness, you get a little bit of a heat. Oh, definitely going to warm. I can feel the warmth going down the body already. And then I'm quite surprised to see quite a number of oak tannins popping out. It's a little bit of a bitter note even on sip 1, and I think it is quite necessary to have that just to bring down that sweetness a little bit. I think it's well, it can be quite sweet, but I think that we need that little bit of that oakiness just to balance out the sweetness. Let me just try again. Cheers. A dried fruit component is there, a little bit of a Christmas cake in a glass, but it's definitely telling you that it's port. It's not Oloroso sherry, it's not Pedro Ximénez, it's port. Definitely, I grew up in church every 3 times a year. You get a little bit of a communion wine, and in my church where we grew up, it was port wine, so a wee port wine, and I still get that taste of that port. A little bit like a local port that we can find here at the grocery store. I get that porty note coming out. So for me, that is absolutely delicious and something that I enjoy. I was a little bit surprised that I did get just a wee bit of a additional tannins. Did not expect it to get so much of the tannins, but again, I think it's just perfect. One more try. Cheers. But it is lovely. If you are into a sweet whiskey, if you are into that, maybe chasing that a little bit of a sherry monster, a little bit of a port monster, a little bit of a too much sugar whiskey, and I think this Glendronach will be the one for you. Now, I know there's also a 10-year-old version of it. Well, I've seen some one with the age statement, and I know that they also have the new chill filtered one available. I haven't tried it yet. Maybe sometimes in the future I will see if I can get a new version, and not going to do the rant about the new version, but just to see if there's a comparison. Does chill filtration make a big difference in it? I'm not so sure, but the purist amongst us don't like the idea of chill filtration. I'm still a little bit on both sides of the fence on this one. For me, if it tastes nice, I'm happy, and I don't really care about that chill filtration. But it's good to have that opinion and to see what is the effect. So if somebody's got an example of the newer version and you live in Belgium, feel free to drop me a line, and maybe we can do an exchange with some whiskey, and give me an opportunity also to try the latest version. So that's me on the Glendronach Portwood. What is your opinion? Is that something that you think will warm you up during this winter months? Well, definitely going to help me quite a lot. Electricity it's unaffordable in Belgium. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. I also have a Patreon account if you are interested in supporting children in South Africa. And of course, every click, every like helps the channel grow, and maybe I can get more than my average of 12 euros a month from ad revenue. Yeah, you heard me right, 12 euros a month. Definitely not going to help much with the children, but of course Patreon account is there if you want to support them. So thank you very much, and I see you next time. Cheers.